Big Country.
It's
Today
good.
we got a special episode for you. We got bedroom candies in the building.
Hey y'all.
Top notch. Oh wait, I want you to introduce because you do.
Oh Lord.
Well, this is the lady for Yanni Like Mine, Wasted Desire, and most importantly, my beautiful wife, Andrea.
Mr. Beautiful. I should've
Thank
jumped
you,
in.
y'all. It
couldn't
was
catch
not finna do that. You knew that. So
That part.
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Cool beans. That being said, now that we got you here, let's talk about some of your products. What do you provide here? Like, I know what you provide. But
Well, I guess one of the reasons we're asking this is because when you hear about bedroom candies, most of the time you think about one thing: vibrators. I'm sorry, I know there's supposed to be a bigger market for everything, but any dude on here, if you know anything other, please let me know. But she's here to explain bedroom candies and all those good things.
shoot shot.
So, I'm Tisha, and I've been with Bedroom Candy for a year now. I'm celebrating my 1 year anniversary. The company's been around for 9 years, and it's true. When Bedroom Candy first came out, she circled it around her dungeon life. And then we
I
had
need a
our
dungeon.
toys. Yeah, hey, everybody needs to have a dungeon. But the bedroom candy actually serves more than just your vibrators. We give you actual sexual wellness. So we're educating you on proper techniques and things you probably didn't even know that you should be doing that we out here doing the other. So,
Okay.
okay. And then we've added some things on. So we have vibrators. We have special lubes for y'all now.
Mm-hmm.
We have a men's line. We have a makeup line. We have a hair line. We have a Bath and Body Works line. We put Bath and Body Works to shame.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of a line, I mean, she brought us some things right here. Could you please tell me about both of these real quick?
Okay, so this in this little container here is our Euros. This is for our men's collection. This is just a balm that you can put on as an aftershave. You can put it on in your hair as a moisturizer or your hands, especially now because it's getting cool outside, so our hands are a little dry. But it has a magnificent smell. They say it's for men, but I would say unisex. It smells really good. And then I brought you a little bar of soap. It's called Pure. And Pure actually has absolutely nothing in it. But it's great for our face. You can actually use it from your head down to your toe. And it's going to keep you right, especially with the way this water be messing up our skin. So it's great for people with eczema.
Well, you know, my skin's very sensitive, and I do have eczema and all that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely going to try it out and see what I could do, because one thing I don't want my face to be is like real greasy, but I don't want it to be dry where...
No balance.
Yeah.
So you'll have the moisturizing in the balm, but it will not leave back that grease that most products leave. And all of our products, from our lubes down to our Bath and Body Works, all the way down to our makeup, which I'm wearing today. This is Scandal on my lips. It's all vegan friendly.
Okay.
You ain't in the vegan world.
Not the vegan world.
That's
The
real.
The vegan world.
Very vegan.
I don't know where that's at, but I know now. I'm gonna go. Sometime, every once in a
So
while.
that means we don't have any product. No, there's no chemicals in our products.
Okay. That's cool. I mean, I'll be real. I'm used to put it, as long as it get the job done, it doesn't matter, but I will try it out and let y'all know how it goes, because I need something special for around that nose and everything. You know, face dries up a little bit, well, a lot. And I know some of you can't tell on camera, but you see me in person, yeah.
Zoom in on
We ain't got to do all that.
you. You just asked. I just thought we should.
You know, there's a difference.
My bad.
Okay.
I'm just
Cold as
got-
ice out here. And as I also said, my wife is on here. Her products were Yanni Like Mine. Could you tell us a little bit about yours?
Okay. Yanni Like Mine is a series of products. So we have soaps. You have Lord, I have mercy. Why does it go blank? Soaps. Yanni Wash, suppository pills. You have moisturizers, and what else do I have? Scrubs, herbs, all the things to keep you up for the Yanni. There is different reasons why women do different things, but we will go into that later.
So, first of all, what is Yanni? For those who do not know.
Yanni, to be this pure point blank for you, it's a cute word for vagina. So a lot of
Okay.
people don't like saying it. A lot of people, that's just too taboo to say it. So, Yanni.
Okay.
There you
So,
go.
one thing before we start, ladies, could y'all scoot up just a little bit so I can see y'all a little more in the frame?
Sure.
Yeah, there we go. They want to see y'all's beautiful faces.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You know, you gotta make sure. Yeah.
All right, cool beans.
Okay. Okay.
Y'all so funny.
Yeah, we can make it happen.
Give me some talking.
Okay. So,
Throw out your questions.
well, we're gonna start off with a couple of topics. Then we're gonna throw out those questions.
Okay.
Be an
Yeah.
open forum. We're gonna
We're
jump
gonna
into
make
it
sure.
there. But
We
Okay.
ready?
when
Okay.
is the proper time to convey to your partner what your sexual preferences are?
So I feel like most people go through a time, this talking phase, especially if you're in the beginning, depending on how old you are. You go through this whole we talking all night and all that time. So while you going through every subject, go through your preference. That's what I say.
Well, the reason, one of the questions I have about this is because a lot of people don't convey to you what their preference truly are, because even in the African American community, it seems like certain people are shamed for certain things. So they may not, or they may wait a little longer to convey certain things, or they may not know how to bring it to you. Because for ladies, when it comes to your sexuality, and I know a lot of you not going to agree with this, y'all are able to preference more things than male. Like, if a dude right now told you what a big turn on for him was getting his nipples lit, someone is going to be like, whoa, like, really? That's what you do? That's what you like? In the African American community, we are the number one community for actually being, what's the word I'm looking for?
Closed-minded?
Closed-minded when it comes to our own sexuality.
That's funny that you say that.
Mm-hmm.
I just dropped that meme on my Instagram. That it's okay to suck on a man's nipples. It's a turn on.
And it's so funny because it was a whole subject that tried to bunch everybody together. It was a girl that says, don't do that. Told men to stop doing that because it don't feel like nothing. It don't feel like nothing to you. Put that together. Stop trying to put everybody into a box, because I was so confused. How you gonna tell everybody what they gonna feel? You don't feel nothing when that happens. That has nothing to do with everybody else in the forum and what they feel. That's what people have to stop doing. You, because when you just said it, and I'm like, okay, what else?
Well,
Somebody else can. I'll be like,
trust me, there's dudes that go a little more in depth. The only reason I'm saying it like this is because it's the start. You know, you don't want to just start off too deep in
okay.
it, because I could definitely go very deep, but I'm like, that's the idea is to warm me up to it instead of actually.
I
yeah,
guess,
just-
like I say, I guess when you get into that talking phase, you should figure out if you're able to be that open with that person. Because my thing is, you don't know when to bring it up. So when you gonna do it? So you just gonna be uncomfortable that whole time.
well,
How long you gonna get to when you get comfortable?
now, just for clarification, I don't like my nipples.
Hey, ain't nobody asked you all
I ain't
that.
making sure, because me and my wife have talked about this, and I've explained to her. I'm like, it really
And
does
that's when you go through your
nothing
talking phase.
for me,
You figure
because
out, somebody tells
it's-
you something.
like, one thing, as I've gotten a little older, I've realized the reason why a lot of dudes is like think this way is because most dudes are afraid to be judged, or most dudes are afraid that that girl that they're talking to is going to put them on blast. And yes, there's certain things that I'm not going to tell my homeboy. Yeah, bruh, like when she do that right there, like like some like some dudes like the finger and the rectum. Some dudes like it.
Yeah,
But
you
talking
said you
about
was
that
gonna
now,
slowly
especially
get
in the
it.
African American
but-
community, hey, you said you wanted to go in, so
Hey,
we go
I'm
in.
good, but you just. It's
It's
fine.
like, hey,
It's
your
more
time.
common than you think it is.
it is.
Very.
But the
I
thing
don't
is,
know. Yeah, you know what I mean?
yeah, but the thing is like, if okay, me and you are sharing
Yeah,
something intimate. If I say, okay, cool, I'm gonna let my guard down, let her do this, your friend should know
True.
that you do this.
This is
True.
yeah.
On top of that, too, you shouldn't like that should not be weaponized, because a lot of men do fear it being weaponized. Their sexual preferences, like, oh,
Well, my question would be this though:
mhm.
if it's something you like, I understand. Don't get me wrong. Judgment is judgment, but buddy,
Like, okay, bro. Like
I'm
with me,
living my
me and
life.
you, we done talked about everything, so it ain't no big thing. It's like, okay, that's what's up. But for a lot of men, it comes out as, man, if I tell her that I want, like I said, the whole rectal part, there's never been my forte, and it's not because I'm not. I'm overly masculine. It's just never been my forte.
So, question.
Feel free.
So, do you feel like if a woman was to stick her finger in your,
rectal cavity.
Anus,
Scientific out here.
the booty hole,
Scientific.
however you want to say it.
Why you want to say it like that?
do you feel like that she's trying to make you gay?
No, I wouldn't think that. I really wouldn't think that. But I'm gonna tell you like this: if I don't want this tongue in my butt, I don't want your finger. Then
So you don't want your groceries eaten?
no, because it's happened to me before, a
you just wanna
long,
leave
long time ago.
And that's what
why-
I
But-
always ask. I said, people
But-
always say all this
No.
taboo stuff. Have this happened for you before? Have you did this before you told somebody?
Yes,
No.
okay.
Because I always be like, no.
Before me and my wife met, there were certain
Whatever,
things
this
that I
disclaimer.
did. Yes, I have to put that out there just to be sure. Like, before me and my wife met, yes, I did have a young lady that, when she was,
Young lady. Go
I'm
ahead.
trying to be,
Go ahead.
I'm
This is-
trying not to be very
Young
niggerish.
lady.
So I'm trying, but I did have a young lady that actually was giving me oral.
She didn't give
and-
you no warning.
No. And then,
that's
you
the
know,
problem.
you go to the balls, then you go to the gooch. If you don't know what the gooch is, right there in between, then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, nah, that's not me. And it's not because, I'm worried about what somebody else thinks. I'm like, nah, it's just, I
You
don't
feel like
want
she
nothing
gonna-
wet
she
between.
She gonna put you on like a site of all the dudes she's.
Hey, you'd be
I
surprised.
can't fucking breathe.
Instagram actually did have that thing where they were talking about the BDR,
I don't know
the
what that is. Bro.
bad dick report,
Oh,
where it was on Instagram. This was probably about,
Yeah,
I
the
want to say
report.
about 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, where they were basically, ladies would go on Instagram, put things up there about, whether the stroke game was good, whether he was hanging or was he not hanging, was he doing all these things, because you notice all these things geared around men. For if I put a woman on there, it's like, bro, why you putting her out there like that? But there's a lot of ladies that will. How many times on Instagram do you see that? Either the shrimp dick or the, he couldn't last. Come on your timeline, I'm willing to bet
Wait,
$5.
okay, so your timeline has to, with Instagram, your timeline has to align with stuff. And it aligns with what you got going on.
Who you follow?
So I ain't.
First of all, I
ain't
follow
see-
everybody.
So
That's the
you
problem.
could follow
where
a
do
lot
you
of people
interact the
that you know, but yeah.
Now,
It ain't
on
a
our
lot.
stuff,
It ain't
Oh,
a lot of
yeah.
people.
yeah, on our stuff, I'm trying to work stuff out on our own page, which is a page for the people, a group for the people. But the whole idea is, honestly, I like conversating. I am a social butterfly. If you talking trash, I'm going to talk trash with you. But my thing is, anything I say, I'm willing to back it up. I'm willing to stand in the fire with mine. But a lot of times, there are a lot of men that can't stand in the fire. Like, you hear it a lot of times, and I'm like, oh, well, you shot that shot. I'm like, so I always want to put something else on your mind. Because, for example, when we talk about, and y'all not going to sit here and tell me on y'all timeline y'all ain't seen the shrimp emoji.
I
Dudes.
can say that.
Hold up. First of all, sir, you don't even get on Facebook like that.
Well, I'm being honest though. I ain't never seen.
If you have a broad selection, you probably do see that. But when I get on Instagram, I see a lot of waist speeds and stuff like that in companies that I have. So it just. But if you have something that you have a broad range, you're probably gonna see everything under the sun on there. So
Yes. And I see a lot of things because, like I say, I'm not afraid to go anywhere. If you say go
that's
there,
what I'm saying.
we're going to
But
take
I'm
it
saying
there.
your timeline may look completely different than what ours is because we follow certain people to keep up with what we got on our stuff.
So
it
my
can be
question
totally
is
different.
for you ladies. Was it hard for you to convey your actual sexual preferences to your significant other or people in your past?
No.
At all?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Was it hard for your partner to convey theirs to you?
No.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Enough said on that then, because the question is,
The reason why you ask that question is because most people are in the closet about who they really are as a
True.
person. So when you're 100 with your significant other,
Mhm.
then there shouldn't be any issue. There should be already a conversation about what I'm good for and what I'm not. And then when you're in that sexual space, you should have a safe word
very
for
true.
everything.
And I definitely agree with that. A lot of people are in the closet about who they truly are. Me, I think I'm too far out of the closet sometimes, so I have to pull it back
Not
because
far
I
out.
may be a little
I'm done.
too much for certain people. Like, even with me and my wife. And I'm just saying, that's just me. There's certain, like, I don't want to give you 100 out the gate because you may not be ready for 100 now. It's like, okay, we work with 75 right now. Because if I give you the 100, you're going to be like, baby, I didn't know it was going that deep. It's like my mind, because I convey these things to my
The
wife.
question would be if you
But
can't
hold
go
on.
100%.
Everybody answered the question but you. So what was your answer?
But what? I'm trying.
Was it hard for you?
Nah. I mean, one.
Because you're more of a quiet. We're more the outspoken people on this subject.
Right.
You're more a quiet person on there. So you gotta answer the question too.
Oh, understood. With me, when I'm in there with a person, at this point in my life, just my wife, but
I mean,
I just
okay.
did what I was gonna do.
You can scratch that. Before your wife, anybody that you dealt with, was it a hard issue for you?
No, because
You
well,
just
I
didn't
came.
give a
We didn't have no like in-depth conversations about it. We just okay. I'm gonna go in there. You gonna tell me yay or nay. When I get to where I'm going, it's either yes or no. If you say no, hey, I'm back away. But if you don't say nothing, then that's just what it is. We went there. So,
But see, even now in this, well, it's good we out of the game now because all that extra asking for permission for everything kind of dampers the mood. And I'm sorry. I know I'm old school. Like, if
What
you
you
say,
mean?
like, okay, for example, if you ain't telling me no and I'm over here playing with your booty, that means it's okay because we in this together.
He's talking about people that say, "Oh, he should have asked this. Oh,
he should have asked for this. I'm like, if we agreed to have sex with each other, I'm not gonna ask you before we have oral sex, is that okay? If we decide we want to have anal sex, is that okay? If I want to smack you on the butt, if I want to choke you or anything else, I don't want to ask everything, is that okay? Now, I want you to convey to me beforehand, hey, I don't play that one. Like, because there's a lot of women like, nah, I don't do anal. It's like, that's on you. Like,
It's an exit.
Yeah, that's an exit, not entrance. And I'm like, but like I say, in sexual preference, some men and women prefer it. Some women really love it. Some men really love it. But the thing is, if you're not conveying those things, it's like, well, I'm like, I don't know.
When you talk about because you got to put into perspective, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy, like, I just met you at the club, and then now we finna jump in. I'm finna just, out the gate, we finna try everything. Nah, buddy, we pretty much gonna have some basic.
What was your question?
But I'm saying, if I
you
know
sound
the
like
person,
you want to say something. You can jump in at any
One
point.
night stands. One night stands don't have no rules. It's wham
But
bam,
see-
thank you, ma'am, and I hope I don't see you no more.
the reason one night stands have to have rules in this day and age is because,
Rape.
well, he said, oh shoot, well, he went to a place or she went to a place that I wasn't ready to go.
You have a lot of men right now that are saying women are raping them.
Hey,
I've been raped before.
oh God.
And I mean, in whichever way you want to say it. And when I was younger, I wasn't able to say that.
Right.
But now that I'm
Now you
older, I'm
can.
like, okay, if we talk about actually physically, yes, I have had someone do that when I was much younger. Now, if we talk about in college, yes. Like, because if it was something I didn't want to do, but you basically forced me to do it, just like, for example, we could go both ways with this, like oral sex. Like, for example, there are a lot of women that basically will force a man to have oral sex if he doesn't want to have oral sex.
That's right.
But, and there are guys that do that same thing to women. I'm not going to put it on one side or the other.
No.
It's just like, I'm going to call a spade a spade.
It's just more men are speaking out upon it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a good thing because they're enlightening that it doesn't just happen for one sex. It can happen to anyone, and
Yes.
it happens every day.
But you do realize until 2005, a man couldn't even say the woman. Wait, 2003. I apologize. In 2003, they were saying that a man could not be sexually harassed.
Yeah.
And that's like within the last 20 years.
And that's crazy.
But like I say, sexual preference, all these different things, like trying to figure out with certain people will tell you, certain people won't. The whole idea is, even in the African American community, what is it to make us more open? Because nobody else has this real issue. Like it's not my preference. I'm not knocking no dude for it, but
It's a trust
pegging.
issue. It's
Like-
a trust issue. You gotta be able to trust the person that you're about to be intimate with. If I can't trust you, I don't want to be intimate with you. You know what I'm saying?
So with those one night stands, do you trust them?
I don't do one night stands. I need to know
Ever
you.
did a one night stand? Oh. Okay. No comment.
I don't trust you like that.
Be in my corner.
It's just too much
mean,
going on out here. When I was in the game, it's too much.
too much.
And most of the time, your aura would just make me back up. Be like, I'm good, bro.
No,
In order to have a good one night stand, you gotta have a good aura.
oh. I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't even gonna go there. Nope.
That's what you gotta
Nope.
have.
I ain't even gonna say that. My wife's right there.
I got a
Nope.
quality aura.
That got to do with it.
I mean, it's just
Because my aura must be on.
Like my aura, it's radiant. You can see it right now.
Y'all like,
it's just like right now. You gotta when you're going into business with someone. You don't want to invite people into business with you and they got this whole just stink about them.
Right.
Because that stink comes over to you.
Yeah.
And now you're battling their demons and whatever you got going on, and that's just not a good mix. So it goes from your everyday life to your bedroom life, and you got to figure it out. So when we pick our significant others, we're communicating with them on a whole nother level, and
Right.
you don't do that with everyone that comes into your space. And that's what makes that person someone special to you. Where I know too many people that has been married more than you can count on both hands.
Okay.
And they're in these relationships, like I met you today and then next week we're moving in together. Like, it's too fast. You don't know that person. You don't know their bad habits. You don't know the spirit they bring into you. So then you're basically what they're doing is they're having sex with them right out the gate. And then they're moving in.
So you feel like people are too quick to jump to sex?
Yes. Well,
And-
you should not never lead a relationship with sex.
Okay.
Mm.
So what I'm saying,
You gotta, it's like a house. You gotta build the foundation. Without your foundation, if you start building a house and it's just on rocks, it's gonna sink.
Depending on how good the sex is,
Oh
though.
Lord.
you talking to a guy.
I told you I am that person because I'm like, if the sex is like off the chain, that can't build a good foundation. I ain't gonna say it's perfect, but
You would.
man, sex will make you. First of all, we could name this right now because no matter who you are, if you're not getting sex or you're not getting enough sex or your partner ain't pleasing you, it's only a matter of time before you or your partner.
Come looking for a bedroom candy consultant.
See, there's solutions.
But that's a
mean,
good
little
idea right
solutions
there.
you can-
Bedroom
I like
candy.
to call myself a sexual therapist
Okay.
Okay.
because I can help
Sexual
keep your relationship
reduction.
together or bring it really back in and make it fire all over again.
That's what's up.
Hey, sometimes you need that little.
You need some assistance.
Throw that bomb in there. Boom.
Okay.
Cool.
We like fireworks.
Should your ways of turning someone on adapt with age?
So, the whole idea I was thinking about this is because when we're first together and everything, even for guys, everyone knows that guys are very visual, very physical, but we're also mental too. And some of the times we don't, as we get older, we start, like, I know a lot of ladies don't want to hear this, but guys ain't, like, when I was in my early 20s, I was a Uzi. And what I mean by Uzi, like, man, the wind could blow. I'm in the mood. Oh, you look. Oh, you naked? Oh, anything could turn me on. But as you get older, I feel that a lot of ladies don't understand. You can't just do the same thing you did when you were 20. Like, oh, well, you naked. Baby, I see you naked all the time. That's a great thing, but it's not that.
I'm mad. He just changed his voice.
Well,
He gets something
so
right.
you know what that sound like?
Mhm.
You remember when at first the Incredible Hulk couldn't control itself, but when we got to that the part in the Avengers and the little things was flying around, and it was like, how do you control it? He says, I'm always mad. I'm always ready. I'm never. But now you got the Hulk. You got beat down by Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
And
now,
now
if
you
he
like,
was his original form,
I'm a little chill on that. I don't want to just take a whooping like this no more. So
yeah.
he got smart. So are you saying as we age,
Yes.
you know, it's like
Like,
I've
we
seen that
adapting.
before. I've experienced all that. Look, you got to do something a little different.
Just a little bit different.
I just think it comes down to you got to know who you're dealing with. Like if you
I
married to a
agree.
person and you've been let's say 10 years, okay. When I met you, everything was new. So of course I'm easily enthused by new things. I'm a kid. I like shiny stuff too. But as I get older, you start to realize, okay, it wasn't that it made me excited. You made me excited. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I'm switched up, and now you got to do stuff that I actually like. Because unfortunately, you're not the new thing. You what I have. You know what I'm saying? Your car, you like your car, but if
After
the car,
so long,
you gonna want to put some candy paint on it. That's all I'm saying. Might throw some rims on it. What you like?
So, I would tell you my answer to that is you need to know your love language.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a very good first date conversation
Okay.
to know your love language. If you don't know your love language, you can't tell someone else how to love you, how to treat you, because you don't know.
Right.
So a lot of men like touch.
Right.
They like to be pet.
I mean, we did fit. We all did.
I don't like to
marriage
be
counseling.
touched.
I bet all of them had physical touch.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I
Well,
don't like to
then-
be touched like that. I'm not a touchy grabby person.
Me,
Right.
tease
But
me.
when I'm in want to be touched, then I want to be touched. But that's, not my love language. My love language is spending time with me, going and doing things with me. So it's different. And if once you know that, then that's how you respond to how do I keep things going.
Okay.
Like, because in my mind, I think about it, and sometimes it makes me crack up because I think about him. He has this thing about butt cheeks clapping.
Yes.
So
Very much
when he and it was hilarious.
And he was like,
Nah,
yes.
he's had this forever and a day. So
no shame. I lived that life. That's
So
what
I
like.
was thinking about it. I'm like, that's like, for example, like, not saying this about you, but
shit,
just
go
using
ahead,
it as an example. Like,
Even if you
from-
was, I wouldn't be offended.
Okay,
It's about butt
like,
cheeks, I'm
yeah.
with it.
So, when he got married, man, his wife just being naked, like, bang, I'm in the mood. Now, as time goes on, I see you naked all the time. It's beautiful, but it's not the same bop bop. So it's like, now, if his wife was like, oh, well, next thing you know, he watching TV, she come in front of TV, she just drop him and just start clapping her cheeks. That's like,
Great moment.
bruh.
Oh, wow.
As time goes on, it's like,
It's like, okay, this is what I feel like messes up the just overall, just if you show up naked thing. I see you get ready for work. Real, like, honestly,
Okay.
I seen you get naked just because you got to put clothes on. Just because I got to go get ready for work. So now I'm like, oh, so getting dressed could technically be a chore. You don't see a lot of pleasure in that. Or you're not trying to please me. Anybody who needs you to get naked, you have to. I mean, not anybody, but if your job needs you to switch clothes, you gonna switch clothes because you gotta switch clothes. And it's just like that's a transition phase. My thing is about deliberate action.
yes.
If you want to make me happy, make me happy. I mean, according to Will Smith, you can't do that, but we ain't with Will Smith right now. We Brian.
I'm done.
It's deliberate action. Like standing there naked, you might get my attention. Standing there naked and clapping cheeks, though, you guarantee.
You knew what you wanted. I knew what
I know
you
what you
wanted when
So,
you did it.
being in depth, okay. So, say you have a partner, and that partner's doesn't do it too often or not that comfortable with it. How can I say it without
What's your shot?
Feel free.
I ain't shy. Trying to word it differently. I give it. Would your partner accept you going somewhere and getting exactly what you want to see?
What, going to a strip club?
You can say going to a strip club. You go anywhere. People twerk everywhere.
That's
so
true.
It don't really
Instagram
matter. You ain't
proves
gotta
that.
go in that.
TikTok? Type of nice.
That- exactly. or looking at it on. You can go on YouTube. Yeah.
Right.
Or going on social media and looking for it. Would that be an issue, or is that something that you can compromise and that would be good?
In my world, it's compromise. I'm like, hey, you don't want to do it. That's
Because it's
fine.
so funny. Because like I say, when we did for marriage counseling, that was hilarious. The 3 top common things that all these couples that was around us had an issue with was sleeping on the couch when you had an issue.
I refuse to
Nope.
sleep on the couch.
When you see somebody walk past and you look at them. Because I'm a look. Because I don't expect you not to. Because I'm going to do it.
Right.
So it was so funny that some people was like, no, he better be discreet. Baby, he's not going to be discreet.
Yeah,
he can try.
What I'm
He's
saying.
breathing.
So basically, what you saying is, as long as he lied to me, we good. I mean, because
no.
like no,
Right?
Man,
Be
that
like, baby, I didn't look.
I didn't look.
Ass.
No, you know what I mean. I didn't look. No, if that's what you like, look.
Because I probably looked, because I'm saying it in a certain way, because I'm saying I probably looked before you. So why am I going to be like, no, don't do that? Like, come on, fam.
Do what you got. Like,
Stop it.
long as you don't disrespect any of the rules that we
We
set
was
in
up there
place.
talking about, like,
Right.
yeah, don't do all like that and waste, couple 10 minutes.
I guess the reason some guys it's an issue because your woman know what you like, and when you see it walking by and you want to look, and your woman looking right at you because she know you want to look at it, you like, I won't really look at it, but is she gonna trip if I look at it?
I'll do you one better. We'll look at it together.
And that's
That's
cool.
what I
That's a
just
great
said.
thing.
And I'll
So what
comment first. I'll be like, damn.
But how often would you see that happen?
me. That's me all day.
So
Yeah, it's like-
those are what you call comfortable relationships. There is no jealousy in your relationship. You're comfortable with each other where you can have this conversation and there's no one feels like the other one's doing them wrong.
Right.
Because
But
I'm married to you. I shouldn't have to worry about you looking at somebody else. You come home to me. If you decide you want to take it to the next level, that's on you.
Right.
yeah,
Because I'm taking care of my business with you.
and that's how it should be. But if you look out here a lot, like we were talking about my cousin one day, his girl, he over here, he see this one girl. We walking with him and his girl during the mall and everything. He turned and looked at her. She gonna slap him in the head. Now for me, that's an automatic breakup.
Done.
Don't put your hands on me. Like I don't care how close we are. I don't put my hands on you. Don't put your hands on me.
That is my the only rule my husband and I have.
Mm-hmm.
We never need to put our hands on each other for nothing.
Don't do
Yeah.
Because if that's the point, we need to call it quits.
Nothing again. Don't put your hands on me and don't call the cops on me.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I'll be like, look, if you want me to lead, just say lead now. Don't have somebody come kick in the door and throw me to the floor. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
I'm
Well,
gonna
that's
dip
like
out.
that's like a premeditated murder right there. So
Right, look.
Like you trying to get me
I'm
messed
just
up.
like, no, I got enough issues already, baby. You don't need to go and get somebody else to beat me. I will leave. I'm not going to touch you. We know that. I'm not touching you at any point. So if you never in danger, then don't need to go and get the people on me. Just leave me alone. I'm going to get out your way then. If you can't come to a compromise, I'm going to get out your way. But so when it comes back to the top, when it comes to why do you feel certain women have an issue with the guy looking?
insecurity.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say that.
Why
For
not?
some of them it is. You be like, come on, baby, just be by yourself. You getting on my nerve. You getting on my nerves with the amount of you doing that. And then it's just like, I don't know. I guess.
Like, is it to break your neck or is it
I
just
think it's
because
to break
look?
your neck part. Cause baby, look, cause I guess with my profession, I got everything that quick that I wanted to look at. You ain't gotta take no 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to look at your ass. Get
I
it
just
together.
be like, take a picture. Ask her for
Yeah.
an Instagram.
Yeah, get it together and
At
let's
this
go,
point,
baby. Because
you
I done
want
got it
detail.
together. I need you to
You
come
wanna
on
know.
with it. I done got the whole glimpse from the head to the
Nah.
toe already.
She bought it down there in Miami. It ain't real.
She walking by.
No, I may linger a little
and
bit
but
if I get the
one of the-
sperm and be like, is it real?
Now, I'll say it like this. For the most part, the reason I say it's kind of unfair is because everything you want from a man or see about a man, 9 times out of 10 is on the front part. So if he walking towards you, you can see it coming down there, walking all the way towards you or walking towards you. You may take a real quick glance. So your man may not notice the things that dudes like.
I just feel like
Like,
I don't necessarily care. No disrespect, but if you look at that dude.
yeah, I don't care if you look at the
He
dude
got
at all.
He got his equipment.
My wife right here. She done told me about times she done went to the club, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay. Oh, he hit on you. Oh, him and his sister hit on you or whatever.
Oh
that.
shit, I remember that. I ain't
It's
never in my
communication,
life.
though.
But I was like,
But
okay.
if I can't talk to
Never
you
in
about it, then I feel like I'm
never
hiding.
in my life had a conversation and the brother and sister tried to both talk to me, and I ain't never seen that. Now I've been disturbed a lot of times in the club, but I ain't never seen no shit like that before in my life, and they were siblings.
Oh.
I ain't.
It's a family
I
affair.
was like,
That's
hell
what they
no.
just
Ain't
said.
no-
Family
no.
affair.
They say keep
I
it in the
was-
family.
I was like,
If you married him and got divorced, you can marry her. Next.
Right? I was like,
You ain't even
y'all
got
ain't
to. You ain't
disturbed
even
by
got to
this, like-
switch mother-in-laws or father.
Switch
You
your
got
last name.
Okay.
nothing. You ain't got to do nothing. You keep
y'all
it all the
good.
same.
but
I
like
was
for
what
me,
the hell?
I'm just a firm believer in, like, it's not. Yes, I am arrogant. I ain't gonna say it. Yes, I'm arrogant, cocky, all that kind of stuff. But I'm secure in the person that I am. If that's where you want to go, so be it.
Have fun.
I'm not going to trip. I'm not going to be upset. But I know there's a lot of ladies out here like, why you ain't jealous? Why should I be jealous? Is there something
It's a
I
lot of-
should really
I
worry
think
about?
that's it's an equal thing. A lot of guys won't say it, but they'll do the same mess too. You be like, golly, she looked at the man about 2 seconds. Leave that girl alone and come
I'll
home.
make it. First of all,
Let
you
it
look,
go,
if she
man.
look long enough and be like, all right, so what he doing? If he in
Do
the
I
gym,
need to get that?
What he got?
I gotta go get to the gym. Like, you know,
I
like,
get my crunch game going.
because I'm all, I just feel like the buyer experience. The reason I like Apple, the user experience is great. Okay, they pay attention to the stuff I like and they put it in the phone. That's why they get me to buy stuff from me. That's what they
Yeah.
do. So if
They
I'm
give
in
me
a
what
rela-
I'm looking for.
yeah, if I'm in a relationship with somebody and you like, Brian is my personal iPhone, or in that case, my personal man. That's the one I chose, you know. And I'm like, I gotta figure out a way to be the best phone at all times, or the best man. And I was like,
Yeah.
and the difference is, I'm tailoring it to just one person. So I'm not trying to figure out what your homegirls like. No.
Mm-hmm.
If you want me to have a dad bod, then I'm gonna have a dad bod. Then your homegirl come by and be like, oh no, he looking a little pudgy, but she like that though. I ain't worried about you. I ain't here for the world. I'm here for one.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking at the dude, I'm thinking, okay, what is he doing, and can I replicate and somehow make it better in my world?
Well, the only thing I can't say is because my wife seems to have this thing for dark skinned dudes, and I'm like,
Bro.
hey, this is my tan.
No, you
I'm
need
like
to-
almost Chris Brown, like,
Bro,
I'm just
they
like,
got these spray tan boots.
I ain't about to spray tan myself.
Bro, I'm just telling you.
Because
You're
her
so
dude
petty.
is Morris Chestnut and all that kind of stuff. I'm like,
Exactly.
ain't gonna be no Morris Chestnut, nigga.
You can't-
I'm gonna just be real with you.
You can
I've
get to
met
Morris
Morris
Acorn,
Chestnut a
though.
couple of times. He's short.
Is it really?
He's short.
You just hurt her
man.
heart right
I
there.
ain't met
Just-
him. Shut your ass. I ain't met him.
Yeah, I go
I done
to
met a lot of
he does a
them.
lot
I
of
ain't met- I
stage
ain't met
plays
him.
here in Dallas, and he's not Kevin Hart short, but he's short. I thought he was be like 6'3".
Yeah.
Well, you know, they say
He's
most
shorter.
people are short.
Yeah, he's
Like,
shorter.
most of the people in the industry,
like
whether
5'8".
it's rap
I'm 5'8". This ain't
entertainment.
short. This is-
or
It's short
short.
for a man. Sorry, dog.
I respect it. You know what I'm saying? It's average height across America, you know.
No.
But it's also short.
I ain't even gonna say nothing because he says I'm a hater every time I say something
No, shoot
about
your
it.
shot.
There's
We on
nothing.
camera.
There's
I'm not
nothing
gonna- I'm not gonna
wrong
get you on
with
camera.
being short.
It's
Like,
not. I'm 4'11".
There really isn't for men or
my
women.
question-
It's just people like to talk
My
about it.
question would be, at 4'11", how is a foot, almost a foot, I guess, not tall? Like, at this point,
It's
anything in any cabinet that you can get to or not get to, I can still reach that for you.
Yeah, but you're a man.
No.
It's short for a man.
How is that short for a minute? I don't want to have, because now it seems like I care a lot, but I don't necessarily
But
care
it's
a lot.
okay. It's
But
okay.
I gotta do this for
It's
all
okay.
these
It's okay.
people out here who reached the great height of 5'8", 5'9".
There's some people that I know that will not talk to somebody under 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
I just be, but with that being said, that's a question though. Is that so? preference wise, a woman hits you with the I don't talk to nobody under 6 feet. And then what if a guy comes back and be like, I don't talk to anybody over 4 feet? Why like
It's just a preference.
it's a preference. But at the same time,
But we
have to understand that it's
I have a
not,
rule. I don't want to ever be eye to eye with a man ever. Eye to eye.
I mean, but if the dude
unless you wearing
4'11",
stilts- unless you wearing stilts, you cannot.
you're not gonna be
out.
eye to eye. What
can't-
dude you seen where you even Kevin Hart taller than you?
My uncle
No,
is very
barely.
short.
Yeah, he's like, but he's still 5 something.
You can.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, Heavy Heart's 5.
He's
my
5 foot
uncle
even.
is like 4 something, I think.
No, your uncle ain't even 4 something. He's
He
like
is not.
5'2".
No, I'm 5'2", and my uncle is shorter than me.
Hey, she lying on you. I'm just being honest.
Whatever.
She said that
He's
she
shorter
taller
than
than
me.
you.
Yeah.
Y'all about the same height.
Okay.
But I'm just saying. Can
That's
said
cold as
person
ice out
not
here.
perform? And like
Yeah.
outside of the dreaded for if you're 5'2", I'm sorry about them telling you and to put the cereal on top of the refrigerator. My bad, dog. It's normal, but for everything
Hop on
else,
stuff and get stuff. Hop on the counter or something.
no,
I
don't do
done got
that,
used
bro.
to it now.
You can't
We
be
good.
risking your life every day for breakfast cereal,
We
dog.
good.
I risk my life every time I go to the grocery store. Ain't nobody ever tall around to get what I need off the
I'm
top
sick of that.
shelf. So I just
I-
pull
I-
the buggy.
Cause you
see
can't
what I
get
get.
one
No.
item off the top
No,
shelf.
I'm sick of that because it's always somebody. Could you reach that up there for me? Oh, not that right there. The one in the very back over there. Could you get that for me?
We'll stay out
Now,
of the
see,
grocery
I can't
stores.
get the one over there in the back. But I can get that front. I know.
I can knock some stuff over and get the one
No,
right there. I
even
don't
know.
need
My
that one.
technique is superb. I've been doing this
Be
a
like,
while.
I don't need that one. I
I'm
need the
like,
one at the far end.
All I gotta do, you get on the big toe and the toe right next to it, and you just bow, top notch, just out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's easy.
So we come to this point where we're gonna do the open forum. So y'all can ask us questions. We could ask y'all questions. We come to the decisions, understandings. Feel free. Do y'all have a question y'all would like to ask real quick?
Why do men spit on the vagina?
Easy. Okay. 2 reasons. The one is because we grew up learning that either we watched porn or something like that, and they were like, And then some women do like spit play, even though they'll be like, I don't like it, but some of you do. If you have tongue kissed the person, you like spit play at some level, because if you tongue kiss and everything, yes, saliva is going back and forward all around, all that kind of stuff.
Just made it sound creepy right there.
I'm
don't-
just saying that's what
too
it
good.
is.
It's too gooey for me.
These are just the
too gooey.
facts.
So, but with that being said, okay. I don't know. Maybe because it's free. I don't know.
Oh,
And that's a legit
'cause
answer.
the lube-
That's what I think
The
it is.
lube
It's
is
free.
not there.
Because
It's
I'm like,
free.
I gotta
And they ain't
improvise.
gonna move and
in
get
the mo-
out and go nowhere. It's free. Yes,
Like,
I think that's the top
I'm
answer.
just saying, as a guy, it's mobile.
free.
It's
I think
nomadic.
that's the legit
It's
top
nomadic.
answer.
Mhm.
It's free.
It's like
I
a
showed
spit
up.
start.
I met you at the club. Now, how awkward would it be if I'm like, oh yeah, I'm pulled up at your house. Hold up, before we get down to the get down, I gotta get my bag out the car. You gonna be like, yo, bag, nigga, you do this shit often?
It's like a woman with a hoe bag. A woman keeps a hoe bag in her
No,
car. We never know what
No,
we
no,
might
no,
pull
no,
up
no.
on.
the night
Dudes
time.
be over here like, okay.
A woman pull out a bag. It's so common. I'm like, oh, you got your bag, you got your overnight bag. Now she tell me, nah, this is my freak bag. I'm be like, cool. I don't, cause at no point do I feel threatened. I'm be like, I don't care
True.
what
Hey,
you
you
got
think
to
somebody
do.
gonna feel threatened because you pull out some lube?
No,
Well,
you
nah,
pull out a.
if you pull out the whole bag, you got a vibrator in there at least.
Not
You got-
necessarily.
Man, come on. You got the vibrator, probably some more panties in there, some lube. Depending on how freaky you are, a butt plug and all the other stuff.
Your life before marriage was out there.
It was wild.
We not commenting stuff. I'm
Wild,
just
Wild
saying. I'm just saying.
just
I
saying.
am a
As a guy, I can't
Change,
just
man.
pack
Somewhat.
the lube in my wallet. I gotta walk up
Yes,
to
you
the
can.
door.
No,
with
no,
it
no.
Just in my hand, like bow. You know what I'm
They
saying?
have it in little cubes. You can just slide it in your wallet like a condom. Yes, they
Ooh,
do.
I got so
Yeah,
I did have a
slide
question
in.
for
It's a bag.
ladies. why are ladies so bothered by lube? Because I know a lot. I knew a lot of ladies that, oh, well, you couldn't get me or you couldn't keep me. That I'm like, the vagina ain't gonna be wet no hour and a half, 2 hours, like just straight.
Hour and a half.
So, the reason behind the lube is to keep us moist. It doesn't matter how much you think you got that wop. Nah, sis.
Yeah, at some point you gonna dry
everybody
up.
needs it. Did you even know that you can use lube in a condom?
Yep.
I mean, there's lube in condoms, but
No.
No. You need a little drop of lube in the tip of the head of the condom when you roll it back. So it's not frictioning you. So when you get ready to nut, it's less to bust and less for her vagina to literally eat it off.
Okay.
So the lube, it's just a little bit. It just rolls down the penis. And then when you're inserting in, it's not, when she pulls out, it's not drying the whole thing.
Because
But lube is
condom
very
by itself
important.
is drying.
Yes.
Okay.
And some people be like, oh, no, it's drying.
I
as
think
hell. Then if you dry, that as a drying mechanism, and then a lot of people, birth control throws your ass all the way off. A lot of times it's
It's a
It's
situation.
a situation right there.
Because I mean, I want to let y'all go back and forth, but I got rapid fire. I can keep going on.
Your best thing is y'all don't have a lot of women out here, and you talking to two people that are in the business. So ask what you want to ask.
Okay, so next question I will ask is about why is it? Okay, I'm not saying like I know vagina has its own smell,
Okay.
but let's be real. Almost every dude done came across something that wasn't quite right. What's the best way to tell a woman you gotta do something about that?
You need to go wash.
No, we ain't talking about you saying something smart that you say to your friends. What is something a dude could say to you,
need to go
that
wash.
ain't gonna...
It ain't no real cute way to say it, and it's so funny. When I started this company, that was the most asked question in my inbox, and people came up to me and asked, well, my friend or my coworker or this person right here ain't all that fresh. What can I say? It ain't no nice way to say it. Just get it out. Tell them, you know, if they get offended, you get offended, but I bet you go take your butt to go take a shower.
Well, and it could be past a shower though. So
It could be too, y'all.
So
Eating
I
habits,
don't like
everything.
to. First thing I'll tell you to go. You know, you might want to go wash that thing, but you might want to go check up at the doctor. It could be something internally. It could be your diet why you smelling like that. Because it's the same thing with your cum. Your cum stinks. If your diet is jacked
Alcohol.
off, weed, cigarettes, and alcohol. And then all that red meat and pork that y'all eat, and not eating really clean, having a clean diet, that is the most foulest smell ever.
I believe it.
And ain't nobody, a lot of women will suck that up.
Yeah.
And you probably ask that question, do I taste good? And they probably be like, yeah. I've had me and my coworker told me her dude drunk alcohol all the time. And when she said she swallowed it, smelled 70 proof going down her throat. That's what she felt like. And that's what that's where that's just a straight hangover from yourself.
Don't keep the
And it's
going.
funny because a guy will have a whole conversation with homeboys and everything. She need to eat. She need to eat some pineapples, do this, eat it. I ain't, and you ain't ate a single anything.
Ain't a vegetable.
Nope.
Don't like vegetables.
Straight meat.
God.
Straight meat. Salt. And that's what she tastes. But then have the nerves to say something about
Hey, look.
a lot of times.
The brave gets what they. You gotta close mouth don't
Closed
get
mouth
fed.
don't get fed.
I be like, look, now it ain't what you like. You need to, like I said.
Open your mouth and say something.
But some men,
open your mouth.
it's more common
That's
for a
fine.
man to come up with the excuse like, "Nah, it's you. No, you. What is your daily eating habits, Sam?
Man,
You
gotta
tried
talk
it.
about my diet just
Yeah,
to
I'm
bang?
gonna talk about
I
your
had
diet.
2 avocados and a steak dinner. You can't get none tonight.
No, they gonna talk about your stuff overall because it is your overall. What are you doing on a daily? And how often are you eating, such and such meal? Because some people, they'll eat trash. And some people, I eat out every day. And you thought that was
Healthy.
cool.
Well, it's
Well,
not healthy.
I mean,
I can tell you that.
so what are some ways for women that do not know? Because, like I say, if you ask dudes, I'll tell you about dudes all day. But for ladies, what is something women can do to actually help it out? Because as a guy, sometimes, truth be told, a dude will suck it up and bear it because it's like, man, I ain't trying to talk myself out of no pussy.
I am.
B Hunt, you off the market now, so
We
Bruh,
You
talking
off-
about earlier references. He said,
I'm just saying.
Said,
you off the market now, so you can do that. But
Yeah.
dudes are still, we talking about dudes that are still in the game.
I mean, when I was in, I'm referencing when I was in, buddy. No, get up out. I'm sorry, love. I'm gonna get up out of here. What's going on? I just look. Something going down there that I don't know about.
You
I
need to
move.
figure it out. It's a lot of times. A lot of people got a lot of stuff going on, and won't take their ass to the OBGYN.
Oh, see that man.
A lot of it is just medication,
Yeah,
but the real reason is their pH is off.
throat.
And so, sex can throw your pH off. Your soap you're
Very.
using can throw your pH off. The fact that you don't cleanse the body, you should be cleansing your body from time to time. No, I'm not saying pop a bunch of pills to cleanse your body, but sometimes we need to just back up off of the alcohol and the drink, the alcohol, the smoking, and eat a clean diet for like a week, and that gives our body like a reset. We have to do that.
Right.
It not only does it do the body, but the mind too. So I mean, it all works as one. So if down here is going a little south,
Stop.
And then you imagine that. Imagine you having oral, and then you swallowing that, and then you're being ejaculated in. You throwed all the way off.
Yeah.
Because some people that ejaculate in, that stays. And you can't just pee all that out. Especially if you on a daily type person, every 2 days type person, that person is in you. That's when some people be like, when they start having sex, you are whatever that person is. Y'all really swapping a lot of stuff. So that person can be the cleanest thing. But you like steak. You like all that every single day. And you throwing me off. So people have to understand that and get out your mindset that you can, as a man, that you can do whatever you want to do, but as a woman, you need to be on it together, diet straight, fruits up. What
it
you
goes
doing?
both ways.
That is true. I do believe that sometimes as males, we will put more of the earnest on the woman than our own selves. Like, we'll some parts, and I have in the past too done these same things because I'm like, okay, for the most part, and I'm thinking about the logic for most people, most guys. I have a slight little bitty hole in my stuff. Everything else is on the outside. You have a way bigger hole on top of that. You have a period. You have all these other things going on. And like I said, I understand they say that the period, it's self-cleaning. But as I've said,
self-clean. It's a smelly self-clean.
yes. And sometimes you need to help it along. Because, as I say, men will put the earnest on the women. But a lot of the women will put the earnest on the men. Well, what did you do? Well, I think we both should think about, hey, what can I do to help out? What can you do to help out? If your only idea is, well, obviously, is because you nutted in me. It's like, okay, I mean, uh,
Well, we have two things. She has a product. I have a product for that. So you can do the Yanni steaming pack for that. There's pills that you can take during the time where you're on your cycle that she has. When you're not on your cycle, well, actually, when you're on your cycle, I have a soap that you can use. And not only use it for me, but I can give it to my mate so he can use it and wash his thing. And that helps. So when men want to complain about the smells, did you know that you could use the female's wash to wash yourself?
well, I mean, I ain't never
And I ain't talking
wanted
about
to
her
use
Bath
Summer
and Body
Eves or anything to.
So Summer's Eve, you want to do something the
Trash.
most purest thing you can get, because our vagina is the most precious thing on our body, because our nerve ending is endless. Where a penis, we can kind of pinpoint how many nerve endings you guys have.
At the top
But
for the most part.
yeah, that's
Respect.
sensitive. But when we go in and we take care of ourselves that way, we got to make sure you're straight. So when you come in and ejaculate inside of us, everything is straight, because you're messing up our pH just like this. We're just like this, just bouncing. And the smells, they just bouncing. They go, because we're transferring back and forth. So when you go in there to wash with us, you're using our stuff, especially before sex, after sex. And then I tell my partner, he does it every day because I think he just like it.
It happens sometimes, you know.
You have to be open to doing this, because at first I used to go back and forth of whether I was going to make a ball wash for men. But so many men, like, for what? Because your butt is using Irish Spring, and I can still smell that after you got out the shower. And then we had sex, and Irish Spring is in me.
Yep.
You playing with my product because you want Old Spice.
Yeah.
That Old Spice hit though.
Well, like
Old Spice hit, but let that hit everywhere but your private area. Let that,
That
do
part
that.
right there.
I need you to do that for me.
well,
Yes.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, because, like I said, with guys, like, the way we were brought up is like, oh, well, like, okay, pull the head back, pull clean around, make sure the head is clean, make sure the shaft is clean and your balls clean. We good. We out. Like, it's clean. I use soap. I use water. We good.
And then
we out.
women, you was told water, vinegar, depending on how,
Well.
what your mother, grandmother may have said. So you got to get people, and you got to get women more open to all the products that are out there now.
Yes.
So did all the time that you had vinegar, what did it do?
Nothing.
Baking soda? I've heard a lot of shit. So what did it do?
Soda.
Well, that.
Baking soda
I got
foams.
baking soda.
What did it do?
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
So, okay, because
Yeah, bro.
one of the things I remember.
It's crack. She got dope vagina because she whipping it.
Whipping
Bruh.
and cleaning.
Like, I- with
Okay.
the baking soda.
All right, I like
you gonna like
this.
this. You gonna
So.
like this.
Hold on before you say what you're going to say.
Yes, but
So after you will use our products to cleanse yourself, I have a product that backs doors and you put it in. It's called Hottie Cakes. And it's just a little dropper. It smells like cake. And we put it
Cake,
in all
cake,
your
cake,
intimate
cake,
spots.
cake,
So
cake.
you sweat under your arms. You can put it there and use it as a deodorant to get off of this deodorant on the shelves that is literally eating our skin alive. We can put it down south. We can spread the cheeks, drop a little in between the cheeks. We could put it between the breasts. So for a man, you say, how does it work for me? Same way. Men's like, I don't want to smell like cake. Or do you like to walk around smelling like dirty balls?
I mean,
Which one?
I,
Pick your battle.
I'll be
Is it
real.
butter cake or red velvet? Like when you say cake, it's a lot of cakes. I need to know.
It's like
Vanilla,
it's a butter cake.
chocolate.
Okay, I can do
Oh.
butter
So,
cake.
and I mean, it smells amazing, but it's vegan friendly. Like I told you, my products are. So if you decided you wanted to have that oral sex that morning after she done got fresh and ready to go to work, you trying to hold her back from, she going to be late messing
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
That product you could actually eat and it's not going to harm you because it's nothing but your cocoa butter.
Well, your
Oh.
product brings a
Yeah.
whole new meaning to it. She's a
Yeah,
snack.
because I wanted to come.
I'll be real. Hold
Bedroom
on.
candy in this house got a whole
Now,
bunch of flavors.
What he said right there, for a lot of ladies, that would definitely help y'all out. Like, because
so many women under the bus. Carry on though.
it's not, because
The holidays are coming up, so those are great things that you could give, and it's not you saying, "Oh, you smell." Hey, babe.
You can word that in so
Yes.
much ways. If you knew you had a mouthpiece on you, work that in. Hey, I've been wanting to take. It's birthday cake. I want to put that on my mouth, and I want to do that.
Cake.
That's all
I
you
mean,
gotta do.
yeah. Well,
I was like, I'm
it was
independently
old school.
on, but yes, I want to start making stuff that's edible.
Well,
Respect.
the reason I bring this up is because I'm not because of just me, but I'm talking for men in general. The certain things that I say are not because of my beliefs. And let's make
That's
sure we get that
conversations
clear.
you've had with your boys.
Yes,
You know.
because
So with your
dudes be
boys-
really talking about certain things, but we don't want to say it because it's like, man, I'd rather deal with that than talk myself out of some pussy.
That's where you
And-
become a problem. Let me stop you there. That's where you become a problem because we ask, and we mostly ask women this question, but it's not for us to ask them. It's for you. The products that we make is to help both, but you gonna benefit more from that product or anything. So if you need something that's edible, you need to speak up. So you need to speak up when you go to somebody's table. Don't shy to the table. Ask that consultant, ask that person that got that business, do you got something that's edible? Don't come up there, what's for men? Yeah, there's other stuff in there, but you gotta come in there and you gotta come in there open mind. Because when you come to my table, it's some people so taboo in the subject, but I can see your man wanting to stay and get these products. Open your mouth. Because I have a whole soap that's going to get you wet. You don't know. It may be okay to him, but he may want that to be to another level. Open your mind. Talk about it. And get it together. I ain't got no problem with no lesbian cousin, nothing. They'll sit down there and they'll talk and they'll get everything. They didn't had a whole conversation within that table.
So why
on
do you
what
think that's
everything
so,
was.
though? Because why is there? Do you feel like there's a? I mean, obviously you just stated that there's a level of communications that two women can have with each other, as opposed to a man and a woman. So is that barrier just that thick to where I don't want to upset you or make you feel disrespected, but there is something that I want from you. So like, how does one break down that wall? As you know, somebody walked up to your table. Obviously, you know he wants to stay. She's feeling a little bit uncomfortable. How do you
have a
break that wall?
flirty personality.
Okay.
So first thing is first, I'll speak to them together. But then I'll gear him to the men's products. And I'm like, let her smell that. See if she like that smell. And she's like, oh, yeah, it smell okay. And then she'll kind of like view you off. And I'm like, girl, come here, let me show you some of this. You can have, you looking for that BMW for this Christmas? Girl, come here, I'm going to help you get that, And I just engaged that away. And then they're like, oh, okay. And so then they're like, well, hey, so do you do parties?
Girl, I'm getting that a lot. And that's one thing about, having a corporation and being independent. Bedroom Kim, you can veer them off. But I was so on that, why am I selling men products? But men come, they do come. Come up, what you got for men? And it's kind of sad that no matter what I'm selling, whether it's from waist beads, bracelets, and anklets, anything, it's a man coming up. So what you sell for men? And it's like, people forget about, and they will forget about them. So when I went back and forth on ball washing, all types of stuff for the men, they actually need that, because you messing with me and my products to get your woman right, but you still using this over here.
Yep.
You still got Irish Spring.
I mean, how I look at it for a lot of guys, because we have that mindset, is like, truth be told, a guy will buy a product if it's willing to raise his pussy getting outcome. Like, I don't care what whatever you sell. If you said that, man, shaving your head ball will make you grow 2 inches and last 20 more minutes,
They doing it.
I guarantee a dude
I
will do
will
it.
say this.
I
Some of them be acting
guarantee
like
it.
they halfway listening or whatever.
They
They
listening.
girl pick up all the thing. And be like, babe, where your card? Be like, here you go. I've had some people, they've purchased almost everything at the table, and you think he ain't listening, but he really is.
Yep.
And then it would really bothered him. He would keep going. Be like, what you getting that for? Da-da-da-da-da-da. They don't be saying nothing.
Right.
After a while.
I don't know. I just don't care. But you know what I'm saying? What at your table is gonna take a guy from 5'8" to 6 feet? Okay.
Like, if it's gonna make that girl want him more,
How do I?
he'll buy
So,
it.
like,
I have
is
a
there like a
whole-
platform body wise?
I have a whole little bundle. So I don't know how kinky you are with your wife, but do you have a swing?
No, I do not have a swing.
So your door, so it wouldn't work in here because y'all have children, unless your bathroom is like that door.
Okay.
Because you need your hinges on the out and end. You don't want so you're gonna be standing on this side of the door
Okay.
for the hinges on the back side.
Okay.
So the swing would go on this side, and she would be in the swing, and you would be up against that door. So that door needs to definitely be, securely closed
Okay. Okay.
because it's just holding on to the door.
Oh.
But you can hem her up and down, and that makes you 6 feet.
6 feet. Okay.
Yeah, no matter what.
See, and she
Okay.
sold you because you didn't hear anything, probably anything she said about that door. But
she
how
said my
we
hinges
talk, yo, you should see us. You should see us at Papa's or anything. How we talk, you see how fast we came up with that. That's easy. You told me one issue, I heard it. You probably
Clicked
started.
it.
You start. You
Let's
probably
be
started
clear.
talking about other things. Else. I hear
have
what you
no
saying.
issue
I
with
got
being
you.
5'8".
I got you.
I got some play with me straps. How you want to do it?
Now, now my question is, how adjustable is that? Because I'm sick of stuff that's either down to almost my knees,
Oh no, but
or
No,
or
a
it's
high
like
up. It's
so
a high
right up
like
here
I
because
said,
I'm not-
I'm 4'11". My husband is 6 foot.
okay.
And so he can get it as high as he needed, as low as he needed. There's multiple ways we can play with this. So we can do
Okay.
the Superman with it, where I'm going out for
You.
yes. He can
Yeah,
be standing in front of me, behind me, to the side of me, however he wants to play with that. But I'm hanging on a door.
Okay. The only reason I ask is because
I got you.
I'm a person. I'm about basically anything is just, man, I ain't trying to get down to this little level or get up here because now either A, my knees gonna hurt because I'm scrunching down too
That
low,
part.
or B, I
your
gotta get up on my tiptoes to try to
Is
get.
is there something to stop joint pain on this tape? Like,
I do
Hey.
have
We
something.
worry.
I do have
I just want to
something.
know.
My
So
year.
I got a CBD
Okay.
candle. I have a CBD oil
Okay.
that I can rub on them knees. I got a CBD like a butter, like some
knees
whipped
are
butter.
bad.
But
Yeah.
I would tell you the newest thing that we came out with was the little oil, and it's ready to go. Put in their purse. It works for little inks and ache pain.
Because
See,
that's
what
all
if
it
she
be.
came through with a spend a night bed with you told her all your issues, and she had the butter, the drops, the cream, and then she rubbed you down for all that happened. She took care of you already.
Yeah,
I respect that. But like I said,
that's
now,
funny you
guy
mention that,
pull up-
sis, because I'm actually putting a bundle together just for that for
Exactly.
Valentine's Day.
What? A CBD?
That whole night, it could have been in that bag right there. You
What's
told
that?
her about
Now-
your joint
Now
pains
all we gotta
and
do
all
is get that one
joint pain
thing.
real.
It's
What's
just
that one
one
thing?
That joint pain real.
Nah, yeah, that joint pain is real. I ain't gonna lie to you.
5'8". Bump 5'8".
Some for this joint pain.
My
Hey, we go. Nah, the
Something
one
you
thing, and I know y'all ain't got this. I know y'all got everything. But if you get somebody to take these kids,
Oh,
if you get somebody to take these kids, it's on. It's on.
it's called a babysitter.
I know, but the babysitters be, man.
Flaking
Our-
on us.
Our
Mhm.
parents are still working.
I know.
Yeah.
That's one thing I do miss. Well, not miss, because technically my grandma's, well, my mama's still
Well,
a grandma.
with my mom's mom, we used to go in the summer. So it's kind of like for your parents, a lot of times you had them little 2-3 months to yourself to regroup and then bring kids.
Recoup.
So
Yeah. We ain't got no recruit
we ain't
times.
got no recruit time.
Man,
in this
I don't know what
generation.
that is. I've always had all of my children.
See, and that's the thing is.
Well,
and I
now,
think-
yeah, we gotta, yeah.
But I think that's one of the big issues now is because you ain't got that time to be an adult right now. It's like you trying to make time. It's like, oh, well, we got to get this quickie in or something else because, first of all, you got, with your children, you're hey, look, come here. You gonna watch this one for a little bit. I got a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old.
I got a meeting. I need y'all to be quiet, okay? Got a meeting. Don't come knocking in my door, because you're going to interrupt and my boss going to be mad.
I was gonna try to hit it, but no.
I was like, you know they hurt, right? I know you know they hurt.
But
You got to be creative.
yes, I understand you gotta be creative, but that's I guess one of the issues that a lot of people are having nowadays. We're not creating that time.
So I have a question. So do you guys have couples friends that y'all are friends with couples?
I mean, I'm a couple, and we a couple of guys.
Yeah.
And also friends.
So like,
It would have been nice because I've always wanted that to have
a couple circle.
couples with their kids. So
Yeah.
when you go out, you need
Yeah.
to do something. I take care of your
Yeah.
kids, but it never,
So that's-
works out like that.
We had that a little bit. I only have one sibling. So my sister, she has one. So when she gets with mine, it's a party of 6 in her.
6-pack.
It's a whole
Lord,
pack. So, I was blessed for her to be able to come in and watch my kids for almost a week while me and my husband went to Hawaii. It was the first time we had been anywhere in 5 years. It was great. It was a reconnection of the two of us. You know, we just sit and really talk about like our daily life, even though we're in the same house.
Yeah.
We just don't get to talk. It's either the baby's running up in my lap or the older kids, Mom,
Lockers.
this is what I got to do at school. So you're just not having that time.
Right.
And you're like, oh, we got to make time. But like you told me earlier, I be so tired. I got this, I got that. And we just have to really scale it back because you don't want to lose that other person's interest in the relationship. Not necessarily you, but the relationship, because it comes dried up.
Right.
Yeah. And it happens a lot in a lot of couples and things. And then for some people, that's why they start seeking outside sources
Yes.
is because at least in this point in time, I get exactly what I want when I want.
Yes.
But I do believe you should find that in the home.
Right.
But I know one of the hard things for a lot of people is like creating that time, because one of the biggest issues about creating that time is you can't create that time and be sleepy in that time.
Yes.
That is like the worst thing. And it's happened with me and my wife a couple of times. Like, oh, we finally get one of our parents to take the kids.
And you
We come home,
Sleep.
everybody sleep.
Because sometimes that sleep
baby.
hit hard. It hit different.
Man, it's like, what?
It's like,
You be gone.
man, I'm telling you, ask my wife. Almost never late to work. Never. It don't happen. I get up, I go. This house was empty one day. I was absent from work. I was out, the phone ring, everything. I'm knocked out. I'm like, I had to call me like, man,
It's
look,
the
I don't know.
quietness. It's the quietness in the house. It's unreal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
gone.
Especially if you've dealt with it for years on end. You just like, I don't know how to act.
It's a super hard balance, especially somebody that either work overnight or work where I work, and I gotta be at work at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah, you be
So,
on that.
So that means she got be. So that means she got to be at bed by 8:00 in the morning. 8:00 at night.
feeling.
So it's like, it's like,
You gotta-
and that's why I really want people, and that's why I work with my wife. Sometimes I complain sometimes because you want what you want when you want it, but I'm like,
So I'll tell you, just put it on a schedule. Everything else is on a schedule. Your job is on a schedule. You know you got to be working 7, so you getting up at 5 to get yourself ready. If you got to get the kids up and get them ready to where they got to be, you on a schedule. You need to start scheduling in your date nights. I mean, I've had to do it.
Yeah. Better schedule a date night than
know
not have
what?
one at all.
Is
Very
there a
much so.
calendar on your table? I'll be like, can I get...
There is a calendar on my table because I schedule parties all day long.
No, I'm saying that I can take.
Oh, well.
That's a good
It's
idea.
it's
Hey,
a good
use
thing.
this
My
on
sister
her
utilizes the
Tuesday. Use
calendar.
this on her Friday.
And here's
You-
a schedule.
So that
Just
would
so
be
you know.
that'll be part of my consulting. So
Okay.
I come in as, like I said, I'm your coach. I come in and I tell you if you wanted to surprise your wife for a date night and it was here at the house, what you would do is I have a cookbook. You can start from the rose petals to the candles lit, the bath water being drawn, the whole 9. I can get you top notch ready.
Okay.
So this brings a good, good question.
Cute.
What is the for everybody at the table? What is the one thing that you feel would make your date night what it is? Like what really set off that mood for your date night?
Turning off your cell phone.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
My cell phone, and I'm very connected to my cell phone because it's my lifeline, and my business is in my cell phone.
Yep.
So, and not necessarily I'm answering right away, but I'm getting emails, I'm getting notifications on social media. And so once you turn that off, that disconnects you from the world, that makes you focus on what's in front of you.
Right.
My husband's the same thing. We both have 2 cell phones, one for business, one for pleasure. They both going off. So when we cut that off, that world is like a dead zone, and we have to communicate to each other.
But do communicate and talk and do just what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because if you not doing that, I'm like, what is going on over here?
Yeah.
And I can't get to it, and we ain't doing nothing. So I could have just answered
Yeah.
this. So getting yourself together, putting the phone down, actually doing the date night.
Yeah.
You know what size she is. You know, putting the outfit together, having the place together, just get in the car.
Send her a text. You know she's having a busy day. Send her a text. Send roses to her job.
Your intimacy, your foreplay is already started when the day starts.
Yeah.
And it goes throughout today. Honestly, half the time, if men would listen to that, you don't probably have to do anything when you get there because you've already set and planted that seed in the head when she woke up that morning.
Okay.
Okay?
Vice versa, because a lot of information, because the guy needs to get this, well, not needs to. The guy is getting this done, right? I got the cookbook. I hate to cook. But for you,
I love the cook.
this is what I'm going to do. I got the rose petals. I got the situation all set up now.
Yeah.
That's a consultation that I feel like you give that towards me. You sitting in the room and it's a woman and she wants to do something special for a man. What would you say?
What do I want to do? So fellatio is not something that is very big in my relationship on a daily. So it would probably be the whole massaging, and then fellatio.
Can it be a knee massage though?
It
I
could
just
be.
got to be specific. 'Cause
So
these knees.
when I give massages, it's from head to toe.
Okay, cool.
You know,
With special focus on the knees.
it's
Hold up. How long
lower
does this
back.
massage
Lower back.
last?
Doing.
How long does this massage last? Just asking
Well, see,
for research
'Cause
purposes.
is this before sex?
Yeah, before sex.
yes,
Okay.
this is basically foreplay
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
because like you like the cheeks.
You got to clap.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of life.
Respect.
Some men like that. I told you the touching thing.
Right.
It's
I
an
respect
automatic boom, boom.
Mhm.
So
You know?
for somebody maybe like you, having maybe somebody teach them something, little dance routine,
Yeah.
put it together just for you. Like you say, you can do she can do the opposite, do the same thing. How the rose petals. You may not like roses. That's
It don't matter.
a lot of
No.
time. That's a girl's visual.
No, that's not do
balloons, whatever they want.
Okay.
Let me finish and put, she may do a little twist that she would like and some that you would like to have a little setup. There is poles that you can bring in and set up in different rooms, and then make that a night.
I believe in that.
Okay.
I like that consultation.
The reason why the reason why I asked this is just coming from the man's perspective is because a lot of times they will always tell us how to set up foreplay for women. And don't get me wrong, head's cool. Me, I'm not a huge head fan. It's just me. I'm
Right.
like,
So that would
I'm
be
like,
something
I
different.
need something else. Like, because a lot of times somebody is like, oh, well, just give him head. He'll be happy. And I'm like I said, when you 20, oh, yeah, man, she touching. I'm happy. I'm like, cool. But now
20 sounds so hard. 20. I just need her touch. She just touched
like, everybody knows any dude on here, when you were 20, like 20, 21, man, all she got to do is wink. It's like, you know what? I was hard when you walked in the door. Let's go on ahead.
Yep.
I don't even need that. Now, as you getting a little older.
Testosterone is a hell of a drug.
Testosterone, word? I mean, I'll do these push-ups real quick and then go to work.
Yeah.
Nah.
At 20, bro, I can go do 16-hour day at work, come back, hop and shout, and still. Now,
Yeah.
I do. If I go to work, if I go to work and they send me home early, listen, I'm
I
going
need
to
a
bed.
nap.
I'm going to take this nap.
I drove.
And a lot of people don't understand that one because, like, a lot of ladies be like, oh, well, what happened to when you use it? Hold on.
Don't compare me to me. That's disrespectful.
Like, yes, I remember I used to go for hours back in the day. Now, you may get that once every blue moon. You ain't going to get that every time now.
I'm an expert now. I know how to get in and get out. At 20, I was still exploring. Now, look, I know where it is. I know how to do it. Look, I can take a nap and get back to that. I can get you there. I need that nap, though.
Why
You know.
like this?
But setting up date night, though, I'll be like, look, now I'm focused on solely this.
I know
My-
date night,
Yeah.
you got to work it out.
Yeah,
But
I'm going
date
to go
night
home.
work goes both ways. So sometimes when I want to do something with my husband and I've kind of already pre-planned, I'm like, hey, do you mind keeping the kids or can you come through? I'll start sending him text messages. And
And what does these texts, like, does it just go straight explicit or is
No.
it like a warm up
It's-
to the...
they're flirty.
Okay.
They're flirty texts. Sometimes I'll get up before he gets up. Well, most days I get up before he get up. But I'll go get his coffee. I can make it in the kitchen and get that carrot, But I'll actually leave when I take the kids and get the coffee and come back.
Do you add
Uh-oh.
creamer? Do you add creamer?
I add 6 things, little packs of sugar. He don't.
damn
He's
it.
like. I know how he like his
She
coffee.
getting it done. Y'all need to listen to this. Take notes.
So
This is
you know,
Like, man, if dudes had that little pulse meter when ladies did certain things, it's like, doop, doop,
yeah.
doop, doop, doop.
She
That's
started
what-
with the coffee.
right there.
Well, I'll go get the.
I
Well,
respect
first
that.
I get the kids up. We're getting out
Okay.
the door. I let the dog out because we
Okay.
have 2 dogs. But the big dog is his baby. It's a Doberman. So I let the Doberman out.
Okay.
And then I'll take the kids, come back with his coffee.
Okay.
He doesn't eat breakfast necessarily in the morning because he's going like a powerhouse.
Understood.
So he's drinking his coffee
Same.
in his meetings. Then around lunchtime, I'll leave and I'll go back and I'll go get him lunch.
Okay.
Sometimes he'll say, I'm good. But I'll still bring him back something. He's a big potato head. He likes potatoes and meat. He eats his green veggies, but if it's something he got to eat quick for lunch, that's why I'll go
Meat
get.
and potatoes.
Yeah, go get him what he wants. Then dinner. I say, babe, what you want to eat for dinner? Oh, it don't matter. He's the most easygoing person. He just don't like tomato sauce
Okay.
and condiments. So
I'm not big on condiments.
yeah, he's like, I'm good. But anything else I cook, he's ready. He's down for it. So I
This
just
is
start
great,
my
guys.
day up like that, and then when the night, I normally put the kids to bed early. Everybody get a little melatonin.
Go ahead.
Melatonin go hard. Don't sleep on that melatonin.
Please.
Melatonin Kool-Aid. Go hard. Back in the day, it just,
Hey, our parents used to do it.
The
They used to
NyQuil?
give you Benadryl.
Benadryl,
Benadryl, NyQuil. That was this other thing
wine
that
coolers.
yeah.
Mix that in.
Get you a little whiskey rub it on their teeth too.
That's funny,
Gonna
but
help
it's
that out.
Still good, I guess.
Oh my God.
Did I hear you cough? Come get this hot
get
toddy.
Come on. Oh,
Go on, go.
look
Sweet.
at them eyes. They getting heavy, ain't it? Go ahead. Go ahead and go in the
It
bed.
was so funny because this girl was saying that what is it called, Dr. Till or whatever. It's like a spray now.
Oh,
And she said everybody needs to go to sleep. She started spraying this shit on the little. I guess everybody was in the living room. She said she was gonna have her night. She sprayed all the pillows.
Yeah, so you can spray the couch with it.
It's a room spray.
Man.
see now y'all setting something up here. Y'all gonna mess up.
Dr. Till
People
helping
gonna
y'all
come
out.
in here
Dr.
and
Till
be like,
got a bath
Something in your
wash,
eyes,
got
baby.
a body lotion.
telling
You help
me
you out.
you want
They can be lotion down.
Because
and
my
spray
kids
down.
are got that allergy of eczema. Aveeno's lavender wash grabs me sometimes.
Oh, I'm in here trying. I'm trying to get this for your daddy. But
I'm in here.
I'm tired.
Right.
I'm doing too good tonight. Mama, why you show up in here with nose plugs? Why you got your nose plugs?
I need this to work for you, but not for
Not
me.
for me. I still got something to
Being there
say.
laid over. Yes.
You walk in there, your mama's just spread out starfish on the floor and the baby in the tub. Lord.
Okay.
Whew. But
Things have happened.
I guess
Dang.
the reason that we ask all these questions is because with couples and all that kind of stuff is creating and finding that time. And yes, all of us are busy, but we got to figure out ways to make time, figure certain things out. Now, one of the things I will tell for the ladies, like I said, when you were young, you could surprise him right then. He was always ready. Make sure you let him warm. It's just like, okay, for example, the same thing with ladies. They always tell you, you warm up the engine before you start driving the car. A lot of ladies now will not warm up the engine because they were like, oh, it was a brand new car. It always crunk. You had it for a couple of years now. You got to warm it up a little bit. If you ain't warming it up too, your night may not go the way you want it to go.
Yeah.
And it's just...
I'm gonna mess around and I'm gonna break down in his bed and go sleep.
I'm so done.
Huh? You
I
okay?
was not-
Yeah.
Is this all the guys been wanting to know?
No. I'm sure they want to know more. I just need to know about that knee massage. I didn't need once she said coffee and knee massage, I was like,
It's in the car. I got you.
that's all I need.
I'm going to tell you
Once
right
I
now.
knew that, I was out.
I'm
It's-
gonna
I'm
tell
good.
you it right now. One of my main things is relaxation, and I'm like, the more relaxed I am, truth be told, the horny I am. So, I know that's bad, but I'm a tense person.
That's terrible.
So,
this is a really
like, my
peaceful
thing
show.
is like, like, I guess when you are always on the go, always moving, everything, it's hard to chill out, relax, and slow down, or always thinking about something because I'm trying to think of the next thing, trying to move to the next thing. You know, good head massage to change your life. Like, you know, when you get them nails and just start scratching in his head. I don't know too many dudes that don't like it, or do the one down the back of the neck and stuff. It'll change the dude. I'm like, oh, I'm relaxing.
Mine's is his beard.
Yeah, change
Oh,
that
good
to-
beard won't work too. Like, oh shit.
Now I'm feeling adequate.
He's like, he's like, you get your nails done today? Because, they freshly done. They got
Like,
a little
ooh,
sharp.
just rub him a little bit. Like, not trying to cut him, but just like rub it where he can feel it going through. It's like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. Like, or work to the neck and stuff and the back of the neck. Oh yeah.
But it goes back to knowing your
Yeah,
partner's
exactly,
love
partner.
language, knowing what actually turns them on. Some people, it's their ears.
And you got to remember, I don't know if you remember, it was this couple, like I say, it was this couple when we had marriage counseling. It was physical touch. You was I think this person was rubbing on shoulders. That ain't what she meant. So it was like, yeah, that was cute. That ain't doing nothing for me. Okay. I need you to go to this area, and this area. That's when you need to start talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you thought what you liked was what I liked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I like my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can put your hands in my head right now. That's cute.
I put my hand up on
That ain't gonna work.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, that's like coming in here with that black coffee.
It's all right.
I'm gonna look at you.
It's okay, but okay.
I go to this little place in Saxe. It's called Black Rock. Okay. We go in there and I get this coffee, right? So it's like a good 30-minute drive from my house. So sometimes the coffee be a little cold. Not ice cold, but you know. Yeah. So I'm going there, pop it in the microwave, especially if I ain't heard his feet come out the bathroom. I'll pop it in the microwave real quick, warm it back up. And I set it on his desk, and and now it's piping hot. So when he get to it, it's at that temperature he wanted at.
Yeah, that's right.
But he'd be like, "Oh, babe, thank you for my coffee. Oh, you're welcome. No problem." But he's easy to please because I can go to QT and get it.
Yeah.
Most dudes aren't that hard to please. It's the effort of what you're doing.
Don't do most dudes because
most dudes ain't that hard to please. Like, okay,
and they say they're not.
Like, for
complicated,
example,
girl. Complicated.
I ain't, but
dudes ain't that complicated. We really are not. It's just like, man, if you knew I didn't want that, don't go get me some stuff you knew I didn't want, but you just like, oh, well, I got you something. You should be happy. I got it for you.
Y'all don't want no socks
and
tools.
This is like you allergic to fish, but I got you fish. Oh, it was the thought of you getting me something. You knew I was allergic to fish.
Y'all don't want no socks and tools.
I'm gonna be honest though. As I've gotten older, tools do sound more appealing. At first, I was like, you walk in here with a tool, don't walk in here with work. That's like me showing up and buying I did buy my mama a toaster. But she wanted it though. She asked for the toaster. Just saying. But I'm saying,
That's like walking in here and giving a woman a vacuum cleaner.
Right, yeah, babe, I bought you this really nice vacuum. Why do I?
you
gonna
tell me
so you want me to vacuum
So you want me to work? I be like, buy the vacuum and then vacuum with it. You buy me a socket wrench set, go work on the car. Like, no, you just bought me work.
I don't think women think of it that like that is kind of funny that you said it.
I always ask my husband, "What do you want?" And he's like,
"Don't never know." That bothers
because
myself.
most dudes when they say, because if I truly really want something, I go get it myself.
That's true.
Without a shadow of a doubt, before you even thought about it, I already got that on the way.
I have it.
So it's like, if you're gonna get me some. You like, if you know your man likes play from a certain restaurant, don't just go to any restaurant. You knew he didn't want no dang. Okay, for example, only thing at Chicken Express I like is either they fish and it better be fresh or them hot wings. Don't get me no chicken strips from Chicken Express. I used to work there. I will not eat them for nothing. If you come back and be like, "Oh, baby, I got you some chicken tenders."
From where?
Where'd you get them from? Now it's like, oh, well, you
just so ungrateful. You so hard to please. I'm not hard to please. Popeyes was across the street. Like, just across the street. It's just.
I mean, I get what you're saying because, like I told you, my husband's a meat and potato person. Mm-hmm. So when I'm out somewhere and me and the kids, we eat Mexican, we go get us some tacos.
Yeah.
We know he ain't going to eat them tacos.
You know he don't want tacos.
So I'm going to have to go over here and sit in line at Whataburger and get these fries because that's what he going to want.
Thank you. And if more people did that, men and women, it would be much easier. Sometimes they like, oh, I got it because I was over here.
It's convenient.
Oh, it was convenient for you.
Well, I
like,
was already in line.
For example, you can ask my wife this all the time, even though she gives me so much grief about it. Baby, what do you want to eat? No, don't tell me where you at. No. What do you want? Because I want you to eat what you want and not be like.
That sounds like my husband.
Like,
when I
what
grew
do
up,
you
okay,
like?
So you can put that as how you grew up. Hey, I'm finna go to such and such. What you want? I'm gonna get exactly what I want. Where you at?
But the reason I say this is because that's how you grew up. You, my wife, you get the benefits that other people don't. If
And
this
I just
nigga
be like,
ask
it's
me,
whatever.
nigga, I'm over
I'm
here.
gonna eat.
You want some from
regardless.
him?
Like, what you trying to do?
He gonna get what like, for example, me and him, if he going to get something to eat or I'm going to get something to eat, nigga, you gonna get from here, you gonna be a hungry nigga.
Only like
Now,
if I'm feeling good that day, whatever like shopping center I
it
pulled up
better
in,
be right here.
if I gotta drive out of a parking lot and into another one, the only parking lot I'm going into is the one I live at.
Mm-hmm.
So you need your selection is as far as your eye can see. That's it. We not doing no extra. And don't pick the one with the long line. 'Cause that's disrespectful.
Oh, nah, bro, they lying too long.
Line
What
too
else
long.
you want?
Bro, you sure you don't want nothing from here? All right then.
Yeah. You gonna be hungry or you
No.
gonna go get it yourself.
I'm out.
But that's the idea is when dudes say that is because you my woman. Out of all the I'd rather you get what you
want.
truly want
Yep.
and be like, that's what I wanted. Then you be like, I could
I'll
have got
settle
something
for
else,
this.
but I'll settle for it.
See, I goes all the way back to user experience. I just want to be the best phone.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to have the best
Users.
And she get mad at me because I'll drive clear across the other
I
side
hate
of
when you do
Euless or something like that. I'm like, baby, what you want? Well, that's too far away. What do you want?
I don't like that.
Well, and I feel like I'm inconveniencing you.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And
But-
we get into it about that. He's like, I said. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me just
'Cause
ride
I
with
See, it's
you.
not just us.
Let me just ride with you because it's going to be an all-day process.
just
Do you go into Walmart and walk up and down every aisle?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Yeah.
I
Takes
literally will
forever.
go up and down at any grocery store just in case I forgot something or I was gonna get something.
Are you a clearance hog?
I will buy I'll say it like this: I will buy things from clearance, but it better be what I want. I'm not buying stuff just because it's clearance.
So my
Some-
husband knows that at one point I was doing homeschooling for our kids. So they had all the folders. It was a penny. He came back with a whole lot of folders
Yeah, just in case you need
and
something.
binders and things because, you know, I like to get my school supply stuff and put it in a tote.
Mhm.
He was like, babe, I got you for the next few years.
done.
Damn.
I'm making life easy. In my mind, I see where you go. I'm making life easy. You usually have to get to the store with the supply list. Now you got your own school aisle in the house.
So I tell him, I say, what's your list? Go through the bolts and get what you need. Yeah,
Your life easier now.
yeah.
But that's the idea is with spouses, in relationships, all these different things. When it comes to sex, all of it. What do you want? Because if I'm just getting what I want,
I'm not pleasing you.
yes,
Right.
and I am bad at that a lot of times because I will ask 1,000,001 questions to everybody because I'm like, baby, what you want? Baby, do you need this? Baby, what you want? Like almost every day. What you want to eat, baby? Man, come on, you can pick something. And I'm like, I understand I could pick something. But if it's up to me, I'm going to make this. Well, I don't really want that. So what do you want, baby?
Yeah, because if I leave it to him, we eating barbecue.
Mm-hmm. Mess around with me if you want to. You going to have chicken or you going to have whatever's
Matter
on
of
my
fact-
mind at that moment.
I'm sure when I leave out of here, I probably got a message, hey, pick up some meat because I'm a grill.
Hey, you know what you're good at.
But that's
Right.
like,
I'm
you
a
can
grill,
ask
I'm a
her, she
grill.
right there. Every day, baby. What you want to eat? It's not because I don't know what I want to eat, but you may not. She hate meatloaf. I like meatloaf. So
I don't
if
hate
you,
meatloaf.
if
It's
you
just I have to be in the mood for it.
So my husband makes a really good meatloaf.
I do too.
He stuffs it with mozzarella and spinach, and he wraps it in bacon, and he makes a sauce that goes on top of it. It's really, really good.
Sound good.
And then he'll go and get broccoli, and he's like, babe, can you make all the sides? So I'll make broccoli and mashed potatoes, you know, or the kids want mac, but it's the communication throughout the whole relationship. It goes beyond sex.
Mhm.
That's why I was saying about having that foundation. You can't build your house on sand.
Mm-hmm.
That foundation is your communication.
You know you could make strong glass from sand, right?
Sir.
I'm sorry, I just gotta be a jerk
Well,
about it.
Satin sheet slide.
Wow.
Hey, it's
We
real.
got a whole song about it.
So
Wait, I
that was
need
the
to be
strongest
loved.
questions.
Come over
Oh,
here
issue is
on my side.
Guys, most of the time ain't hard to please.
No, I don't believe that.
I have a
We're
question for
not.
you guys.
It's just
Is a threesome one of the things that's on your fantasy list?
It was on my fantasy list when I was 20.
it
Now-
was, but it's like,
When I think about threesome, I just think about work. I'm not with that shit.
My only thing is, out of all the stuff that y'all did when y'all was younger, why didn't you do it?
Because truth be told, we were too busy, tied up either in relationships or not screwing someone else over. Because there's been numerous times where I could have had threesome, but it was either gonna screw somebody else over
That I knew.
or B, I was in a relationship and one
I was
person
gonna-
back out, or one person gets jealous, or one person feels, oh, she ain't pretty enough, or oh, all this other kind of stuff, or she too pretty. Like,
You're too pretty. Happy.
you cannot bring you cannot bring a chick that your woman feels look way better than her in the relationship, and it lasts. It's not.
Just be like, I don't know.
Nah.
Like I said, in the youth, opportunity presents itself. Some people want to set it up. I wanted mine to be natural. It's like, this is what you wanted.
Was your gonna be natural and organic? What happened?
Because I'm me. Like, you got to also understand who.
She
You
said
wasn't there.
organic.
He that's what he said. I want
You
to be
was-
natural.
Yeah, it was going to be real. I'm like, because I ain't want to be like, oh, I got this girl and then this girl. Mine was, you pull up, me and my homegirl talking about top notch. Let's go. Only issue was when I got this request, it was like, that's your homework girl. And I'm like, I don't screw my people over at any point. It don't work for me. I'm not that guy. So
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, buddy, you need to go find somebody else to be foolish with, baby. I'm not him.
Basically, those threesome situations happen when the homegirl say, or the girlfriend say, hey, my homegirl, she really want to know, how you are in bed.
Top notch.
But
Now,
let's be
I'm
real.
being
Talking
honest.
about when we younger, we ain't in a relationship with somebody with.
Let's be real.
Nah.
I'm just being real.
I
100
could never
right
look
now.
at you again, though.
Like, my whole thing is like, when it came to the whole threesome thing, like I said, I was gonna screw a friend over, and I'm like, I don't screw my friends over. If I called you a friend, even though we're not friends now, I wasn't gonna screw you over because I'm a man of a certain standard. But if I was gonna be a hoe nigga, I could have been had a lot of them.
With
Like,
ease.
but and that shows you for a lot of dudes. I'm not saying all dudes. Some niggas will screw. I've had my homeboys, girls ask me about something of my past, sex tapes, any of that kind of stuff, or like set it up for it, and I'm like,
Set it up for
Nigga-
them to
nigga.
watch.
yes, witness. Not
That's
only
weird. But
like
it happens. Weird stuff happens
What
to
the
Jeremy.
fuck?
You just gotta do it.
it is bad because
I
I'm
mean,
like, it's
some
not
of the
like I.
stories I done heard
Hold
you
on, I'm
and
just
T,
being
I mean,
honest.
like,
It's
the
not
hell?
like I put it out there for these things. It just magically at some point in time somebody say something, and then certain things get brought up, and I'm like, Like, I had one of my friends, I'm not gonna name no names, but he about to choke his girl right there because she literally asked, and she was like, oh, she wants to see it and stuff like that. I'm like,
Was she supposed to see this by herself, or they were supposed to see it together? Like, I'm confused.
So that's
Y'all got some
that's a
unloyal
thing
asses.
right now. That's a thing that people like to watch other people have sex, and they
voyeurism.
They got the internet for that.
no, they
It's
want to
not
see
the
it
same.
live.
It's like going
Not
to
the
a
same.
Cowboys game.
Oh,
I don't really
okay,
like
okay.
They
they
call
wanna see it
them,
live.
yeah, they
Okay.
want to see them live. They call them,
They're voyeurism.
no,
If they want to actually,
because somebody just showed me their whole penis and things last night, and I was like, this is the second time I've met you. This is awkward. Yeah.
That's weird.
It was weird.
That's a real conversation starter.
But he
It's-
called it
here's-
something
here's my
because he
junk.
asked me, could we do dungeon parties?
Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody
And-
asked me about that.
that's what my company does. We do dungeon parties. We do our parties of education, and then we do dungeon parties. So our dungeon parties have disclosures. You know, there's you sign your life, and your cell phone goes into a bucket. There's no video. There's no pictures. But I mean, it's out here, and it's in more neighborhoods than you think.
Of that, I'm certain.
Yeah,
Could I walk in there with a sketchbook though?
nothing.
No.
I'm pretty good.
You're not allowed. Truth be told, depending on where it is, you may get off because you're drawing it. But
And it's not a swingers club either. They're not swingers. These are actual couples going and watching couples.
The lifestyle parties.
Yes, it's lifestyle parties.
That sounds
Yeah, I live different. Which I respect it.
I am a person that's always been curious and always wants
I would
to
be.
know.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be
everything.
curious about that. I would have to experience that one time and be like, okay, all right. I
So
did
the
that.
lifestyle parties, these are well off people in the community.
No, I'm sure you
and
gotta
so
have a little bread.
A
to
lot
live
of black people are in the lifestyle club.
It's just something that's said between them. It's like, oh, well, okay, but
different.
you can't go and you have to sign. So you sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. So whenever you go in here, it don't matter who you saw in here. You better shut up.
It could have been the judge you just seen. You better not say not one word. It could have been the cop that just pulled you over. It could have been an NBA player, an NFL player. It could have been anybody in there. But you better not mutter a word that you seen anything. Or they could come back and sue you.
And win it all.
I'm sure.
Run your pockets.
I'm not
everything.
Go up in at all, but
I mean, I'm not gonna go up in there at all.
Truth be told,
I've been offered multiple times by different people, different sets of people. I've been asked to be someone. They're in a thruple. They asked me to be one of the girlfriends. I'm not comfortable with that. I got one husband. I don't need all the extra. That's just too much.
it's too much work.
right.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
You be surprised about a lot of things. It's just the fact of the matter. Even like I said, even with the African American community, we're more closed-minded on a lot of stuff. There are people, African Americans, that are about it, but this is mostly other races for the most part.
We're late to the game.
Yeah, we're very late.
Yeah, you gotta, and just like selling products and stuff, you gotta talk to people and get them more open to stuff. You be like, get your mind. It's a lot of people, because I have a intimate chat page that is nothing. You have to be a woman to be on there. And some people, I was like, they messaged me, oh, I had to get off because I'm real conservative.
You're really not conservative, because if you kiss out in public, that's PDA.
But some people, they won't do nothing out in public. So then you be like, okay, that's you.
When I go out with my husband, we play like we're brother and sister, and he'll ask me to ask the bartender or the waitress for her number for him, just to see how she gonna react. But when they find out that we're married, they be like, no, we're not swingers.
I don't think my wife's gonna allow that one, but I'm just saying.
We don't call anybody, but.
Oh no, because the thing is, as I've told a lot of people, is like sometimes I just like having fun. I enjoy myself. I crack jokes. I have been to a lot of different places and things like that because I'm a curious person. So I'm like, I'd rather understand than be over here like, man, what is this really about? What is that really about?
She's curious too. She's just more of behind the scenes. She looks me through the blinds and watch where you out at the door. Hey, what y'all doing over there?
Y'all doing?
Yeah.
You would have to have somebody to go with you and do a lot of that stuff. And it's not a lot of people that's be like, yeah, let me go look. Or they do the same shit and then they be like, oh, I want her to know that I want to do the same thing too. Girl, if you just say that, we could go together. Like,
Right. Honestly, I wish she had more friends that were
it ain't a lot of
open and like not open as, oh, we'll do some things with you, but open as in, hey, let's try this, because I was like, oh, I want all the smoke. I'm just saying, that's just me. I'm a person. I want all the smoke. I've never been the person that's been scared about my sexuality or anything like that. But my thing is I always try to make sure my wife is comfortable with certain things. And I'm like, it would be much easier if some of her friends didn't run their mouth so much, or
All those friends or associates.
Yeah, a lot of people are associates. You learning this in this day and age.
like,
As you get
for
older, it
example,
just boils down.
I'm
know?
like, because if you're curious about something, what's the best way to find out about it? Go see, go try out. Like, I wonder if there's any rope parties and everything. I ain't getting tied up, but I mean.
So those parties are
I hear about them from up north.
they're
and stuff like that.
dominatrix parties. I met a girl last night. She's a dominatrix.
Yeah,
I ain't
somebody
trying
tried
to get
recruit
beat.
me.
I'ma
and
just
that,
let
I
you
was
know
like,
off
that is
top.
So crazy.
She asked me. She asked me. She said, "Hey, do you guys have all the bondaging and things like that?" And I was like, "Wait, what kind? Like the stuff from the hardware store, or like the sexual side?" She was like, "The sexual side." Oh yeah, we got that. You have to ask
have to
because we don't have the gagging thing and all of that
the
stuff.
ball
But
I remember, I
No.
never forget.
Yeah, I
I
ain't
checked
doing
the
it.
bag with a girl like that, the whole bag, and she tried to recruit all of us. I mean, I ain't never seen a lot of stuff that was in that bag in my life.
sis,
And she was going to a convention
yes.
in Cali. And she was like, y'all need to contact me. She was there for a good 5-10 minutes after she got her back. Contact me. Here's my number. Get with me. Let's do this. I was like, wow, okay. And some of them co-worker was like, I think I want to, I've always wanted to try. Okay, cool.
I mean-
do your thing.
Non-disclosure. It makes pretty good money. But these people
Yeah,
out here do some
what she was
very
doing, I
weird
think
things.
she was going at some corporate people. She was going at some high.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Some high end people.
Some high end people, they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay a lot.
High end people.
I like to have our high end to come in and ask for a bedroom candy party. Those are the ones that ask the most questions. Those are the ones that are not afraid to pull out the black card and be like, okay, just give me one of everything. Them are the people that they keep coming back to you, or they have more parties and you get to be in their world.
Yeah.
So then, like the industry she's in, we're in the same industry. It's just that I have the toys, where she has the exact same thing I have. So people like that, I like to bring into my circle to break off stuff, because sometimes it makes it hard for one person to handle a whole group of people that want the same thing. It's just
And that's very true.
hard.
But I'm going to just say this before we're going to wrap up and everything. In my mind, every time I think about the whole, like someone bringing toys and everything, I think of a suitcase. And, you hear those two clicks. And once you hear it click and open up, the song Bad to the Bone comes on. Like, da-na-na-na-na-na.
Brother.
Yes, it's weird. Don't judge me. I'm an honest person. And then all of a sudden somebody breaks out this huge
Dildo.
paddle or dildo, and it's like, oh Lord, I'm like, this is where people going.
You even with it's the amount of people.
Why you keep looking at me?
It's the amount of people that try to be so discreet. And I'll tell you one thing. Being at an airport, I've never seen so much shit in my life. But the amount of even lesbian people. I remember this one girl had about 6 dildos, 6 different sizes. I don't understand. It was just her and her girl. So somebody was like, well, maybe one day she want to be real big this day. And then on this day, she want to just be average
Or
size
maybe
on this
double,
day.
or,
Or this day. Exactly. I was like, okay. And then they look at it. And then they make sure you can't see. I can see right where I can see the control panels and everything all in that thing.
It's got control panels?
Some people got some control panels. Some serious stuff. Some of that stuff be looking so hardcore in there. It'd be crazy. But
It's okay.
This is everybody. making sure you don't say nothing.
What about the pocket pussies?
Somebody, and that's so funny. Earlier this week, people trying to be funny with their spouses, and it got bag checked. And he was like, "Why is this getting bag checked?" I said, "For real?" And he said, "Damn, she got me." I said, "You better be fucking lucky. This is like a busy ass time." I was like, "For real?" He was like, "I didn't do it." But then another person, probably like a couple months ago, there is like a little machine that you put your dick in, and it's like twirling, high speed twirling.
It's
We call that the game changer.
Whoa!
It's a pocket pussy that is
Automated?
like a
mechanical.
blender type shit.
Yeah, it's
Fits
mechanical.
on it and stuff
Like
too.
a blender.
All you do is add the lube to it, and it do its thing.
Like
So you basically putting your penis in a dishwasher.
Blender.
Blend. Oh,
Yeah,
gosh,
it looks
that-
like a blender. Like, do it like that.
yeah, like it moves, it twirls and all that stuff. The tongue licks out
Yeah.
and everything, and then on top of that, like the lube will.
You talk about this like I be talking about electronics.
I,
So you know what he want for
ain't seen-
Christmas.
I ain't no pig in there. Got me
You know what he want for Christmas.
No, I'm good on that.
He's gonna get a swing.
Get you a swing and get you.
I'm about that life.
A penis blender.
I don't know why people man. Like I said,
When I first seen it,
10.
I always see
Bring
something
it
on
down to
Facebook,
like a
and then it
7
so
or
happened
8,
that I
you know,
get a
7
bag
or 8.
check, and I be like, "Really? Did you really buy this?"
You can get that sometime.
It be like that. Trust me. I know you still freshman, but you know.
Not freshman.
Yes, you are. I'm sorry.
How long you been married?
You a
He
freshman.
been married
I'm on
longer than
varsity.
us.
I
What-
don't know.
When we talking about
He
lifestyle,
been married
all
longer than
that-
us. No, a
Most-
year. You been married a year longer than us,
Yeah,
right?
6 years.
Yeah, he's 6, so we 5. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm the
Varsity.
senior in this camp, sir.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But you know, I'm like that walk-on varsity player.
Oh,
you know,
Lord.
when I walked on the field,
No
I
red
played.
shirt.
Nah, never played red shirt. So,
Understand?
like, I mean, but it's fine. Everybody, who they are, as long as
A
that
freshman,
person.
you can. I don't know why I'm over here entertaining my husband saying freshman. It's the best beneficial because they ask questions. The best thing for you to do in anything in the industry that we're in is to ask a question.
Yes.
Because you become so curious in your mind that it overcomes you when
Yep.
you don't ask something. It be some people come over here to me, and when you come to my table, you probably come to her table too. Listen.
Yep.
That's the first thing I say. Don't do it. Listen. Because I'm going to tell you about each product. I need you to listen. What's this for? You just on the outer of your vagina. Don't put it in. Hold on. I told you to listen in the beginning. You got to listen. Open your mind. Open your ears and listen. Well, soap and vinegar didn't get it. I didn't ask you what your grandma asked you. I told you to listen. Because you thought you had it together.
Baking soda.
Baking soda, whatever. They got bath bombs and everything you can throw in that thing and it ain't working. It's horrible. Balancing you all the way off.
I just feel like I should just show
But
it
that's your key thing when you come up to somebody that got bedroom candy, that has toys, that has Johnny products. When you come up to the table, listen. Have an open mind on what they saying. Listen. Men, listen. If you listening for yourself or you listening for your spouse. Because honestly, as a guy, I would come up to a bedroom candy table. I would come up to my table and I would get the stuff. Whether and most likely, if it's better for you, get stuff that's edible. Flip the wording like we do. When somebody comes to a table, as a man, what do you have for me? I'll do this. It can do all of that, but I changed my wording and all that. Because if I tell you I'm in a Yanni company, you're not listening. You started off not listening. So she got to get your attention. Like you said, it's an issue. It's a real deep issue if you ain't 6 feet. She just made you feel on top of a level,
the
and then she gave you double pleasure because she gave you pleasure for you, yourself, and you and your spouse. She just gave you everything in one by one product.
Okay.
She had you by what one thing you said, because us, we listening to you. So when you come and say, well, I got a lot of dryness. It happens.
Go to
It
the
happens
doctor.
to way more people than that. Everybody think they got WAP. A whole bunch of people that's claiming they got that shit ain't got it. They
Very
got a
true.
yeast infection.
It's called a cheat.
They got a yeast infection. That come, you think it's a lot of it. It's a lot of yeast going on.
That's terrible.
It's a cold world out here.
It's a lot of that. It's cute. You thought you made her do all that. It was already done. And it needs to be helped. So the key thing to all of this is, if you have somebody that has an issue down there, or you think, hey, check on what they doing in the daily. Do you use products? What do you do in your daily? Because that goes into your mouth.
Right.
Just like she said. And when we got to talk about it, I learned each time I go to a pop-up, because I'll be like, you right. He don't brush his teeth before. Everything that man just ate is on me.
It's on me, baby.
Anything he smoked, drank, whatever, is there. It's on you.
It's on you. So imagine if you smoke 24/7.
Ugh.
That's terrible.
Imagine if you couldn't go nowhere without rolling up all day, every day.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And I know some people like that.
And I do. Several of them.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go, but ain't nothing wrong with them. There's something wrong with you. You taste salty, but he just
ate a bucket of fries.
he's good.
But you taste something.
He's good.
Burger King?
He
Wendy's?
tastes. Actually, you're getting high all over again.
So you drink all the time. She's sliding 70 proof down the throat.
70 proof.
Oh, that kush.
She
On
getting high
that
too.
good cushion
With
alcohol.
that being said,
Word.
on the table.
So now we're doing our shout outs real quick. Anything you want to shout out, or you could plug yourself or anything like that?
Okay, so once again, I'm Tisha with Bedroom Candy, and I would like to shout out to all my BK sisters out there, all my clients.
BK, stand up.
You couldn't wait to say it.
We up in the house. If you guys are interested in following me on my social media platform, it's Bedroom Candy. It's candy with the K and a I, period, by BY, spicy teas. That's me and some black lipstick. Come and follow. I do post everything where I'm going to be my next pop-up, and I got sales going on. I got some promos for just join the business and, get out here and make some of this bread.
Respect.
Respect.
All right, I have 3 companies. 2 I'm featuring tomorrow. We're doing our Black Friday sale. I have Waist of Desire, where we're selling waist beads, bracelets, and anklets. And then I have Yanni Like Mine, which is all the Yanni products you can think of. Tomorrow is our Black Friday sale. We're doing a pop-up in DeSoto, Texas. All Yanni products will be $5. My waist beads, we got various prices on those, but you want to be there, because that's going to be the only big sale this year. We're going to end our pop-up December 4th, and that's going to be it for the year. For the new year, I'm coming out with all types of products, a lot of products next year. That's my sole thing I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be out of my suite. All I'm doing is products, pop-ups, online sales.
Where can you find
Go
you?
follow Something for the People. I like to try to keep up and add to their page. I have at Waist of Desire, at Yanni Like Mine, at Tresses Like Mine. And go follow these gentlemen.
Well, as always, since she's here, I'll just shout her out in person. Like to shout out my beautiful wife. You know, I love you to death. You are the love of my life. You are all those great things. Even when she get on my nerve, but she's still all that and more. Yes, I have to talk a little trash because that's me. She knows it, but she knows.
That's your.
She knew who she married when she married me. Just saying. Now, as always, you know, go check her out. I like to thank BK Candies, all the bedroom candies for coming through, giving us a little knowledge about what they do and how they do everything. I also want y'all check out the podcast, like, subscribe, share. We're on everything. If you on there, if you have it, we on there. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. Basically, we're everywhere. Find us.
Shout out Tyler Bailey, quality clothes by a quality guy. Shout out my mama. Hey, mama.
Hey, mama.
Mama.
Yeah. Oh, D-Mac, barber. He cuts hair. I should see him sometime. Outside of that,
I got something for you to take to your barber.
okay. I'm going to go see him. Because now I have a package to
He's coming to see you now.
I was like, he's like, nah, damn. Now I gotta go see
Now
him.
I got to see him. I really got a reason now. Okay. It's been another episode of Something for the People. Thanks for tuning in.